Hello, Gemini. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Let's see what we have. That's it. That's it. Yep. Really? One face down card. Alright. If I'm gonna be if I'm gonna be judging it ahead of time, I'm thinking you're gonna be really happy. This is Gemini. Alright, so if I'm just judging it ahead of, because I'm seeing the Sun card, I'm seeing the Chariot, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of good things coming here. So let's see where we're coming from, because you're starting off in a whole new angle, whole new direction. Something's completely new. At least it's new for your partner. I almost feel like it's more new for your partner than it is for you. This Chariot on your side, I almost feel it's like you're bringing them into your world a little more. I feel like you're bringing them into your world. This is a whole new thing for your partner. So it could be something you've done for years, quite frankly. It's a general read. It could be new to you too, but you're bringing your partner into it either way. And this is something that seems to click with you very strongly. Okay. Your partner is learning about the situation. They seem to be just absorbing what you're telling them. And I'm seeing you here with the Two of Pentacles. This is normal for Gemini. You're involved in this, you're going forward with this, but you're still sorting out what you're thinking, where you're going. You're still in motion, but you're still sorting things out and still adjusting your direction as you go. I don't really see that as an odd thing for Gemini. They're always open to possibilities, it seems. Always thinking about different angles. This is where we're going now, but if something changes, we can change direction. That seems to be a normal feel for Gemini. Definitely in the comments, let me know how you feel about that. Being a Gemini, if you are a Gemini. The Three of Pentacles, like they seem to be learning about the situation from you. I think this is good. The only thing I'm wondering if your partner realizes, like, I'm hoping they know you well enough at this point that you absorb and adjust as you move forward. I'm hoping they realize that. Because that could be the hang up here. They have the challenge card of the Seven of Wands. If they're not aware of it, I feel like you need to make sure they're aware of it, that you absorb and adjust as you go. Absorb and adjust, absorb and adjust. New information, new way to go. New information, you might have to change some things around. You like evolve with the situation. That's really what I'm feeling here. If your partner's not getting that, no matter how long they've known you, if they just don't seem to click into that, you might have to find a way to explain that to them. Because I'm getting the Seven of Wands. What you might show them today might be outdated a week from now. You need to let them realize that you evolve as you grow. You know, new information, new direction sometimes. Like that evolvement feel. Because if they don't seem to get it, they might kind of try to hold you to something that's outdated. So I feel like when you're pulling them into this, if you're at a spot where you can do this, you need to like let them know, like, this is an evolving situation. As it evolves, you move with it. You mold to it. You adjust to it. I feel like that's really, really important. Because your challenge is to actually put forth the stable pieces to your partner. Whatever the situation is, there are base, like, little lug nuts. I almost feel like the places where the girders are bolted to the foundation. There's certain spots that are not really movable. And I'm getting to, like, this might be a lot easier for you, is like, yes, explain to them that you evolve as you get more information. But also, start with the basics, or like the parts that shouldn't be moving, the parts that are bolted to the base. It's kind of like, these few girders keep the building standing. You could change a lot with them, around them, and in between them. But these few pieces stay the same. Bring that forward to them. Highlight that first. Highlight that first. That way when they don't want to move or adjust so much, they're familiar with pieces that don't move or shouldn't really adjust anyway. I understand I feel that energy coming back at me, kind of like, well, sometimes things feel like they don't move, but later on turns out they do move. I mean, you got to do your best. Use your knowledge to push forth what you feel at the time is immutable. This is really good, though, because as you keep going forward, your partner is actually, I feel like they're getting very invested in the situation. I'm getting the Emperor for your partner. I feel them clicking in, going forward. I feel like they're owning their own piece of this pie, if you will, and I'm getting you're loving it. You are loving it. They're locking in. They're excited about it. I feel a very grounded energy there with them. They like it. You like that. You love that they like it. I feel like this is a great thing. This card is face down. You're very excited about this situation, but the thing is with the Knight of Wands, it could be like it's great today, but tomorrow I'm over it. That's this card sometimes. That's this card sometimes. Today it's great, tomorrow I'm over it. That sometimes it's this card. Authenticity. I feel like you might be hiding this from your partner that, you know, I'm excited. I'm enjoying this today. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. I don't know how next week's going to go. For now, it's fun. I don't know if you really want to push that forward, actually. I wasn't expecting to go this route. I was thinking you wanted to pull it. No, I feel like maybe you want to keep that to yourself. But realize that your partner loves this and is going to stick with this. I feel them sticking with it. They might even, you know, take the lead after a while. If they do, I feel like it's because you're kind of fading to the side. Like it was fun for a while and now you're going in a different direction. You got something else grabbing your attention. If that's what happens. So I almost feel like you not really bringing forward that it could be just a moment of interest and it could pass by a week or two. I feel like if you don't bring that forward, I feel like that's okay. I do feel like that's okay. I know it sounds a little shifty, but it sounds like it's okay. Take it with a grain of salt. Your partner, Judgment, they feel like this, you bringing them into this, they do. It just lines up with what they like. Judgment in their favor. They get very creative with it. They're very inspired with it. Creativity, inspiration. They get the Ace of Swords. I feel like they might actually start taking the lead a little later on. But I feel like if that's the case, it's kind of like you've gotten bored with it or you're kind of ready to step away for a while. I don't feel like it bothers you. I don't feel like it bothers you. I really don't. Are we missing something here? No, see, because I feel like you're giving over control. I see you with the Six of Pentacles giving over control to your partner. But I don't feel like you really care. Not that you don't care at all, but it's just kind of like, I'm kind of bored with it anyway. So, yeah, go ahead. You go. Go ahead, sure. Yeah, knock yourself out. Knock your socks off. Go right for it. I really the authenticity face down is I just feel like you don't want to say that you're bored with it. I just feel like you don't want to give that little tidbit of information. If you do end up a little bored with it, I just feel like you don't really want to say that. It goes smoother if you don't. I feel so weird I'm like, you'd think authenticity, especially when I have a very strong Aries feel in my chart. Usually it's like, honesty is the best policy. I just feel like this is something that is it's not going to add to the situation. Your partner's really excited about that, and if they find out that you're getting kind of bored with it, it could damper things a bit. I feel like that's why it's not important to bring that forward. And you handing over the control, I feel like you're really okay with it. I just feel like you're like, sure, knock your socks off. Go for it. I just feel like the little tidbit here is like, just don't push forward that you're getting kind of bored with it, because I think you might. As you keep going forward, I feel like this keeps going on. It seems to be more of your partner's thing than your thing as time goes on. Again, I feel like you're okay with it, though. You're just kind of like, it was fun for a while, and they can have it. The confidence between the two of you. Realize your partner wants you to stay involved. I see you kind of falling back and taking a supportive role to this. staying involved but kind of on the sidelines type feel. You might just want to keep in mind, maybe you want to go from sidelines to main lines every now and then, just here and there, just for like a little spot. I don't feel like that's a hard thing, just for a little something different. I feel like you're willing to do that anyway. But your partner seems to be really locking in with this. I just feel like, again, they're saying you don't need to say that you're not over the moon about the situation anymore. But, you know, if you fall to the side for whatever reason, you come in and out every now and then. I feel like that'll keep your partner going. That'll keep them happy. And I don't know how you feel about that, but, I mean, comments below are going to tell me what you think about that. I know. I just feel like it's not necessary to tell them that you're kind of over it, because you're not like, it's not like it's bothering you, like you don't hate it, but it's just not really pulling you in anymore. That's all. If it's exciting for them, if they feel that you like it more than you do, I just find that so odd. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with that information myself. I'm just like, really? Is that how that... They're saying there's no need to tell them that. Let them enjoy it, fade in and out every now and then. It just seems to go well for this relationship is what I'm getting. That's the message. I think I just got to accept that that's the message. It feels awkward for me. It's just like, it feels awkward. All right, I think it's good though. All right, that's the read for Geminis in relationships. Let's do Gemini singles. All right, messages for single Geminis. What do we have for single Geminis? Messages for single Geminis. Empowering information that shows them the truth, that helps them see the angles and what's really happening so they can make a decision on what they want to do. Single. Okay. One more. Okay, let's shuffle these up. Single Gemini. Messages for single Gemini. What do we have for single Gemini? Information for single Gemini. If you hear my dogs in the background, they're just a little restless. All right, let's see where this is going. This is already kind of interesting. I think it's going to be a very interesting read this time, both sides for Gemini, single and relationship. Now, you're coming into something. What are you coming into here? You got the Emperor where you're standing. This is single Gemini. This is very curious. You have a bond with this person already. You already have a bond. I'm not saying you're dating. I'm not saying you're in a relationship, clearly, because this is for single Gemini. But there's already an established bond with this person. If you're really attracted to this reading, that should hit. There's already some type of bond. It could be a work bond, history, knowing somebody in common. There's a bond here. And I'm seeing you with the Emperor, like you're honoring whatever that bond is. There seems to be certain restrictions with it. There seems to be also restrictions with this bond. And the Emperor, I feel you honoring those restrictions, but I'm also seeing your thoughts are kind of like, there's always a way. Your thoughts seem to be going in the sense of like, there's always a way. It's finding that way. What is the way? So you're having feelings for this person. This person is not budging. At this point, they're not budging. There's a bond here. There seems to be some type of barrier. You're honoring that, but you're like, even though I'm not crossing any lines, there has to be a way to make this work. There must be a way. Sounds like a good Gemini energy going on there. Like, just because you say no doesn't mean it's a complete no. There might be a way to convince you of a yes. Like, it's like, I must find the angle. I must find how to do it. It's very tongue-in-cheek at the moment, I'm feeling. It's very comical, too. You got this Queen of Pentacles with the victory. There's a bond, and it's like a line that shouldn't be crossed, and I feel like you're really cemented in with this, and you're just like, no, there has to be a way around this. There has to be a way to make this work. You're not accepting that there's no way for this to happen. You understand people are telling you there's a limit. First blush, it looks like there's only so far this can go. I just don't see you accepting that. But I'm noticing the Five of Cups at the top. You're having a hard time finding a way around whatever the barrier is. You're having a hard time finding a way to get around it or move through it or whatever. Remove the barrier. Whatever it is that needs to happen with this barrier, you're having a very challenging time finding your angle, but you're not willing to give up. Now, I'm noticing the Two of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. This seems like it's not a planned conversation, but it does feel like an actual conversation. I feel the two of you end up coming together. There seems to be a little bit of a spark going back and forth. You just playfully bring up the idea. There must be a way. And you're tossing the idea back and forth. I still don't feel an angle coming in. I just don't feel it happening. But it seems like it's not a planned conversation. It just seems to pop out of nowhere. You just playfully bring it forward, and they're just like, well, I don't know what it would be if you do. It just seems to be like you're kicking it back and forth, kind of a little comical, kind of a little like lighthearted. Just lighthearted, like, oh, can you imagine if things were different? How could things be different? Do you have any ideas how that would work? I mean, if this and this were happening, you think we would have a shot, like just for argument's sake? I feel like it's pushing the line. It's definitely a conversation pushing the line. The Knight of Wands with the Two of Pentacles, it's like pushing the border. It really is, pushing that envelope, so to speak. Still not seeing that angle come forward for you. This is where it gets a little bit hairy, a little bit risque, maybe. There's a funny little humor going on with this too. You've got the Ten of Swords, which is not a fun card, but you notice you have good cheer right next to it. These are complete opposite cards, like completely opposite. And what I'm getting from that, I feel like you're having a really good time with this person, not a partner, person. There's a bond here. You seem to be having a really good time. That's the good cheer. And you're devastated because you get along with them so well. You would like them in your life, but there's no angle. You just can't seem to find the angle that's acceptable. Because some of you might be able to find an angle, just not a doable angle. I think you know what I mean if that hits with you. You're having a good time with this person, but you're devastated about it because you're like, it just makes you want them even more. But you're not seeing an acceptable angle to make this happen. Okay. This moment, because I feel you devastated but having a good time with them. I feel like whatever this funny little conversation was, it's been rolling around their brain. They're just like, I feel like they're having thoughts and inklings too now. They seem to also be working in that, I wonder if there's an angle, I wonder if there's a way, moment, feeling on their side too now. They're going from the Four of Pentacles, which is not moving. That's more of a current energy. What they're moving into is this, the magical powers, which is very reminiscent of the Magician. Taking what you got and seeing what else you can make, seeing if you can make what you want of it instead of just accepting what's there. It's looking at the resources and see how many ways you can use them. Maybe you can angle things to get more of what you want rather than what you have. They're starting to go into this creative energy, trying to find a way to make it work too. This is where this is going. I feel them coming back towards you. This time I feel them starting the conversation. And what they're saying is, there's really no way. I wish there was, though. I'm getting a very obvious, some way it's coming forward, very obvious, they would like it to be a possibility, too. And I feel the two of you starting to really kick it back and forth. Like you both want it to be a possibility. You both would like it to happen. From that is where success and the Magician comes in. I don't know how you're doing it, but it's not till you're both eye to eye. You both want to make it happen. You both want to find the angle. You seem to be in the same boat with that. So you're working together to make that angle happen. For some reason, I feel like at least there's a couple of you out there. The warning is keep it on the level. However you choose to go forward, the truth will be known. The truth will come forward at some point in time. Nothing getting swept under the rug will stay there forever. Sooner or later, it will be exposed. So keep that in mind, that at some point, whatever decisions you make, they will be completely exposed. Just keep that in mind, because I feel the two of you are working together to work forward, move forward to make this happen. As long as you realize at some point in time this situation will be exposed for the truth, I think you will be able to create a plan of success that you can live with. Keep that in mind. Because I feel like when you're both on the same page, the brains get working together and you make things happen. The two of you are looking to make it happen. Just be careful how you do it. Done? Alright, I think that's it for single Gemini. Alright, well, thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.